Tiago, I thought that constipation was just related to water and fiber. Nah, big illusion. Just because I'm a woman, do I struggle more to have constipation? Yes. Autoimmune disease also increase constipation. IBS. Tiago, I have endometriosis. You have more constipation when you have leaky gut dysbiosis. Your stress affects your constipation. Tiago, I always wake up, I never have desire to poop. Red flag for you. Something's wrong. I'm gonna tell you the solutions already. Tiago, tell me everything about constipation. The first thing that you need to know. When I say constipation, I'm gonna tell the constipation when you go to the toilet, for you to poop, for you to do number two. But remember, many of you have constipation that's related to what? That we call emotional constipation. Write this down. Every single day, we have to get rid of many things from ourselves. It's not only poop, it's not only physics, it's also your emotions. It's also thoughts that you are carrying. Many people are having resentment, are not forgiving many other people. I'm giving you here self-awareness because emotional constipation is one of the things that's making you struggle, even go to the toilet and increase your constipation. Really? Yes, because high levels of stress also increase constipation. There are papers that are showing women have 2 to 3 times, they're more likely to have constipation throughout their lifetime compared to men. Tiago, why? Many reasons. Look at this. Constipation is because of you guys who are women here, you have longer colon. The colon, the structure, the physiology of your colon is bigger. So the passage, it will take longer compared to men. That's why every day I see women struggling to go to the toilet and then their partner always going to the toilet easily without any concern. This is one of the reasons. Guys, pelvic floor, you have no idea. So longer colon is one of the reasons, but pelvic floor, if you have a weak pelvic floor, because the pelvic floor, if they really need to sustain really well, to hold it, all your organs related to your bowel movements. Every single time, most of you who are getting older, you are having weaker pelvic floor because you don't work out your pelvic floor. You don't exercise that. You have no clue about that. What's going to happen with you? Constipation will increase, especially when you go to menopause. Tiago, why is that? Because we already know that hormonal influence, that's another thing. Let me tell you first the first situation. You are not in postmenopause yet, but in your menstrual cycle, once you go to luteal phase, after you have your follicular phase, luteal phase, you go to your ovulation. Boom. After ovulation, you start going to you are now in the luteal phase. Luteal phase is the time that your progesterone increases, and then that's why you're more likely to have constipation. Tiago, are you saying to me that my constipation increases? I will go to the toilet less often. I even don't realize that yet. Many of you don't notice the time, the period of the month that you reduce the frequency of going to the toilet. So now you have that clarity. I'm telling you that constipation increases when you are in your luteal phase. Tiago, what about when I'm in postmenopause? It increases even more. Why? Because progesterone, estrogen, every single time they are lower, they have that imbalance, the constipation will increase because they affect the bowel movement as well. All right, did you guys get that? You guys need to understand this first, guys. Tiago, what else? I told you, autoimmune disease also increase constipation. Another thing, IBS. Who here have IBS? Tell me here if you have one of these conditions. Tiago, I have endometriosis. Write this down. If any of you here have endometriosis, you need to be aware that the constipation that you're having, one of the reasons because of this. All right, be aware of that. What else, Thiago? Guys, you have more constipation when you have leaky gut dysbiosis. Every single time that your bacteria are imbalanced, your constipation increases. You really need to know that. But the crazy, let's go to this. This is the thing that you never think about it. But the other thing that are easier to solve your constipation that you are also not thinking about it. For example, nowadays we know for some reason women compared to men, they are more likely to postpone, to hold it, their desire to go to the toilet. They tend to delay compared to men. When I saw this data, I said, no, that's crazy. Why? Why women always postpone going to the toilet? Why is that? But that's a data. Many of you guys, you hold it, the feces, you have the desire to go to the toilet. Write this down, every single time that you have the desire and then you don't go to the toilet fast enough, you are more likely to increase your constipation. You're gonna be more likely because, guys, remember, write this down. Everything is like our emotions. That's the crazy part in our thoughts. Everything that we used to eat, the remaining part is not supposed to be inside of us, like our emotions. If we keep having and holding back, just for example, you had an argument with your partner right now, and then you're super angry, and that was necessary to be angry because of that specific situation. But you keep feeling angry throughout the whole week. No. Constipation. You're having emotional constipation. It's time for you to let it go, that emotional to go. Same thing with the remaining, the things that your body is not utilizing anymore. Remember, write this down. Your estrogen, the excess of hormones that are not necessary to your body, they get rid of you from your feces as well. So every single time that you feel the desire to go to the toilet and then you don't go, many of you do make this mistake. No, I'm busy here, I'm going in 2 hours. Don't do this, because you are asking your body, you are literally accumulating more excess and unnecessary, like remaining waste of estrogen, for example, and all the hormones that will get rid of from your feces. Did you guys get that or not? Guys, you really need to pay attention to this. Remember, it's 2 to 3 times higher the number of women struggling with constipation compared to men. Crazy. But Thiago, hold on. I thought that constipation was only related to water. What? Lack of water, lack of fiber. No. Big illusion if you're thinking that that's the only problem. I just showed you a bunch of things that affect your constipation. I showed you a lot of stuff. One of them as well that I didn't put yet. What is that? Your stress affects your constipation. I told you yesterday what happens inside of your body when you ruminate 1,000 thoughts. Your constipation will increase. So your priority number one is what? That's why, for example, one of the treatments to optimize your bowel movements, guys, the way that your colon moves, it's crazy. It's incredible when you understand that. The bowel movements, it's like that, always pushing the feces, and it should go like flowing really, really well. And then, for example, for this muscle contraction to happen really well in your large intestine, for the feces to keep flowing and then get rid of you, you cannot forget what? Magnesium. Write this down. I'm going to tell you the solutions already. You cannot have deficiency of magnesium. So I'm forgetting to take magnesium every day. You're going to have more constipation. Thiago, I'm drinking water. I just remember to have water in the evening. Are you not drinking more water in the morning? You're prioritizing after lunch or in the evening? Yes, Thiago. You're going to have more constipation. Write this down. Kidney is not designed to filter in high performance liquid in the evening. Kidneys are in peak performance early. So your priority is to drink water in the morning. I always say this to all my clients. Mornings is your priority for the water. Never evenings. You're asking to pee more because your kidney will have less capacity. Filtering everything, you're going to have a bunch of away throughout the night. Don't forget this. It tries another thing. Thiago. Guys, position, please. This is a basic mistake that many of you make. Step stools. Who here go to the toilet? They don't have this. Oh, look at that. Something simple. Step stool. If you don't put your legs and if your knee, look at this. If your knee is not in this position, this is the toilet, all right? And this is you. Okay, you're seated. Your knee should be above your hip. Imagine this is you. Look at that. Why? Because you are using a step stool. This is your hip, this is your knee. If your knee is not gonna be above your hip, the passage for your stools to pass will never happen. It will be blocked. You are literally blocking all the passage. You are asking to have more constipation. Thiago, how do I know that? Every single time you go to the toilet and then you need to force like crazy. Like I can see your veins in your neck. Red flag. Just because of many times you guys are not in the right position. Besides that, your back should go forward because you're gonna open all the passage for the stools to get rid of you. Guys, this is something simple. Many of you are already drinking water. Their fiber is around 25 grams. You don't have endometriosis. You don't have autoimmune disease. You don't have leaky gut. Like everything that I showed, your stress is really well. It's fine. But one of the things that can be the solution for you can be the position. Easy. And you're not doing it every day. You even didn't buy it. At Amazon, you buy that stuff. Another thing, what else? Guys, simple as well. The amount of fiber. Fiber should be careful. The first thing, the fiber should be around 25 grams per day. 25 grams, but what's the problem? Many of you does not have that condition of that amount of fiber. So imagine, Thiago, are saying to me that my body needs around 20 to 25 grams of fiber every day. But at the same time, Thiago, my body can struggle like crazy if I have that amount, and I can have a bunch of bloating. So instead of solving my problem, I can increase my problems if I have a bunch of fiber like that per day. That's what you are saying, Thiago. Thiago, why? Why is that? Because if your digestion is not optimized first, your body will always struggle to get this amount of fiber. Guys, remember, write this down. The fiber is not for you. The fiber is never for you. The fiber is for your bacteria. The guys who digest the fiber are your bacteria. But imagine that you have dysbiosis. You have a bunch of bad bacteria and just a small amount of good bacteria. You are feeding the bad bacteria. So you're going to increase the bad bacteria, more fermentation. You're going to have gas. You're going to fart. It's going to like be super terrible for everybody to be around you because it smells like crazy bad. Every single time that you eat a bunch of fiber, heavy dysbiosis without treating your gut correctly. So you need to know exactly how to keep having and keep increasing slowly at the right timing the amount of fiber. And what's the best time of the day for you to have that fiber? And what's the type of fiber that your body allows you to have? Because many fibers, you have soluble fiber, you have insoluble fiber. You need both. You need both. But there are some different types of fiber. For example, fiber that you get from some specific vegetables. You can have more gas compared to other type of fibers. Did you guys get that? You really need to understand this. But it's going to be crucial. Another thing that you really need to be aware of is the amount of magnesium that you're not having. Every single time that you forget magnesium, you're going to have more constipation. All right? More constipation. Magnesium, same stuff. I'm going to just put here magnesium. For constipation, magnesium citrate. Tiago, if I just take magnesium citrate, it's going to be enough? Not necessarily. The best one for gut, for constipation, would be magnesium citrate. If you take, for example, these are a great quality, magnesium citrate. But if you take a bad quality, magnesium oxides, a poor quality, many of you buy that wrong one. And if you exaggerate, that's why many people have diarrhea. People have diarrhea when they take a poor quality of magnesium. Magnesium, that's magnesium oxide. That's not chelate that we call. Write this down. That's not chelate. But if you want to go straight to the main one, but maybe you need a combination of 2 or 3, depending on, I need to see your case. Magnesium citrate. But guys, remember this forever. Write this down. Many of you have what we call allergic constipation. Many people don't know this. Allergic. Your constipation is happening because you have allergy to a specific food and you have no clue about that. Allergic. Let me write this down. Constipation. Tiago, what does it mean? Every single time that you eat a specific food that's triggering your immune cells, that your immune system, and your immune system is attacking your own gut, this is damaging your gut, by the way, of course. But at the same time, one of the symptoms that's happening is what? The allergy is manifesting, showing constipation. Hold on. Are you saying to me that my constipation is not because of lack of water and is not because of lack of fiber? So in my case, I will not solve my constipation just by drinking more water, more fiber. That's what are you saying? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Many of you have constipation because remember, guys, you have your inflammation so high that now you eat, for example, let me give an example. Let's say you eat bread. You eat bread or you eat even a vegetable, healthy or unhealthy, any food, but that specific food, your body said to you, no, I don't tolerate this right here because you have leaky gut. Let me create antibodies to attack your own gut. And then because of this, you are literally damaging your colon, your large intestine. So, Tiago, what does it mean? How is that working? What is happening with me? Because you are damaging the large intestine, the bowel movement, remember the bowel movement? It's beautiful. If you see the video like that, this is your stool, they do this. The muscles in the large intestine do this. And then to push it forward. It's crazy. And your body is doing this without you thinking about it. That's the crazy stuff. Moving, everything going to the right direction without you thinking about it while you are sleeping. Tiago, the time of the day that I detoxify, even my stools, are while I'm sleeping? Yes. So that's why one of the great indicators is when you wake up and then you have the desire to poop. That's good if you have this sign. Tiago, I always wake up. I never have desire to poop. Red flag for you. Something's wrong. Your priority is always to feel that, to pee, to poop, to spit. Guys, while you are sleeping, your body is doing everything to detoxify everything. So that's why you want to have that desire to go to the toilet once you wake up. But remember, allergic constipation. Tiago, hold on. In my case, there are some foods that I eat and I have diarrhea. I have the opposite. In your case, you don't have allergy. Your case is intolerant. That's why many of you who have, for example, you are lactose intolerant, you have anything with lactose, and then you have diarrhea. What is that? Lack of the enzyme lactase. Your problem is different. I'm not talking about your problem. I'm talking about the problem of allergy. The allergy creates more constipation, usually. Did you guys get that or not? Constipation is because of one cause. Diarrhea is another cause. There are many different causes for each, of course. Food poisoning, even like feeling nervous. Just getting more stressed out, you can go to the toilet fast. So crazy. Imagine, guys. Imagine How this is affecting your bowel movements, how this guy here called stress is affecting your bowel movement. When you're gonna do a presentation and you see 1,000 people in front of you, you get nervous, boom, diarrhea. How many people have that? Tiago, what does it mean? It means how your nervous system is sending the signals to your bowel movement to relax, and boom, then you have diarrhea. But the crazy part is because many people don't have diarrhea. Some of you have the opposite effect when you are too stressed out. Anxiety or stress, you hold it. Why? Because the bowel movements stop moving. Correct. They are affected by that stress. That's crazy. How our body manifests in different ways. That's the craziest part. Our body manifests in different ways. Your husband can have a headache. In your case, it's constipation because of the stress. So different manifestation. Crazy, right? It's crazy. Go to the checks, guys. Just go to the checks. Okay, let's see. Am I strengthening my pelvic floor? Doing pelvic floor exercise to make sure that my bowel movements, they're gonna move right correctly. That's your priority. You will need to be aware that you have longer colons. So never compare the frequency of going to the toilet compared to your husband. So don't compare that. Another thing, we already know women tend to postpone, never going to the toilet. They always hold it more compared to men. Avoid doing this big mistake. Another thing, check if you are using these steps too or not, to keep the knee higher than your hip, to open all the passage for your shoes to get rid of you. Big mistake that you are making as well. This one is big mistake. Using this inside the toilet. Don't do this, please. Why are you doing this? You are asking your poop to stay with you. When you go to the toilet, you sit it, and then you keep checking the phone inside the toilet. This is not supposed to be like that. Your phone inside the toilet. Why? Because remember, every single time that whatever you are aware of, if you are putting the focus, your attention to poop, you're gonna poop easier. Every single time that you do the opposite, you are not paying attention to what you are doing. Many people sit on the toilet, they have no clue, they don't think about what they're doing there. They just go like a zombie. Why? Because they are thinking about another thing or they are checking. Avoid this at all costs. Never bring your phone with you to the toilet. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to go to poop fast. Be careful with that. Tiago, if I go to the toilet straight away, even if I feel that the stools were 50% out, but I still feel there is something inside, is this considered constipation? Yes. Write this down. If you don't have the feeling that you got rid of everything, 100% is out, you have constipation. You can never feel that there's something more. I need to get rid of more stools. If this happens, you have constipation. Don't forget this. You need to optimize and check what mistakes that you're having here. Position, I said already. Amount of fiber, you need to increase slowly. Be careful. Mornings will be the most important. Water as well in the mornings, never in the evening. Be careful with that. Magnesium, especially magnesium citrate, will be the most important. You need to treat your gut. One of the things that if you don't treat it, forget it. Nothing else will matter. What is that? Again, the big boy called. This is the cause of that can be the cause of all your issues, guys. Leaky gut. Many of you are having all the problems could be solved, because I need to find out what's going on with you if you treat your leaky gut. If you don't have leaky gut, many people have without knowing that. Last Friday, I showed even the markers for my clients, a Zoom call for my clients, showing them how they can find out if they have leaky gut or not. I showed them specific one just for clients. If you are interested to know more about this, you can check you go to my DM, reach out to me, and then you can see if I can help and how I can help. Cool? Remember, I want you guys to have that knowledge so crazy high that you literally cry and you thank God every single day because of your life. You're going to understand. I really want you guys to have that desire of understanding, wow, I did not know that just because of my pelvic floor, if I strengthen my pelvic floor, I can optimize and reduce the chance of constipation. I didn't know that. Because you really want to understand that connection of your hormones, connecting with your gut, connected with your brain, connected with your muscles, connected with all the organs, the bacteria, viruses. So if you have more viruses than bacteria in your body, and you have more bacteria in your body than human cells, you need to be in shock, say, wow, that's an incredible machine that I am. I need to take care of this like today already. Guys, have a great day. Stay close to God, to the Creator who created all that miracle stuff here that is shocking once you understand. See you soon, guys.